Are you thinking about making a move to Dallas, Texas, but you're not really sure because you don't even know what the weather's like? You've heard it's hot here all the time. Does it get cold? Does it snow? Well, check it out. It actually does snow here and it gets hot. We have all the seasons. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about right now in this video. So be sure to watch until the end because you're going to want to see how much snow we actually get here. If this is your first time to the channel and you're excited to learn everything there is to know about the Dallas-Fort Worth area, be sure to subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you're always up to date on the latest market insights. My name's Tara McGraw. I'm a realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I help people like you every single day. So whether you're looking to make a move in a week or a year down the road, across country or all the way across the globe, feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description below. My team and I would love to help you make a smooth transition to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So here we are. It's a snowy day in North Texas, and we don't get a lot of snowy days. I'll tell you that much. We really don't. We don't know what to do when this happens. The entire city shuts down and there's no school. Everyone freaks out, and it's just kind of how it is. This is what we're used to. So we actually had a good little dusting here in the last 2 days because normally you can't make a really decent snowman like we've got over here. I don't know if you can see behind me, there's couple of snowmen over there. Some of them have fallen down, but people come out to the park and we will build a snowman out of anything here in Texas. I mean, you give us, some sleet and we'll roll it up into a snowman. But this is actually some pretty legit snowman snow. So I'm really surprised by that because it's very unusual. Now, the city doesn't always shut down just because of snow. The city sometimes will shut down because it's just cold. That's definitely a thing around here just because we don't get the cold that often, and so they want to conserve power. So in 2021, we had what was called Snowpocalypse. It was February of 2021. See, my lips are getting cold, so I'm like, hard to say February. It was in February 2021, and we had a couple of days there that were pretty cold. They got down in, to 12 degrees, something like that. So for us, we freak out. The deal is that we had a big population surge in 2021. And we've still got a lot of people moving here now, but at the time, between 2020 and 2021, there were so many people moving here that our power grid, we couldn't keep up with it. So over the years, they've gone to some more like green energy type things, and that's all fine and good, except for when you're in Texas and you have something like a snowstorm come through. A snowstorm. I know you're laughing at us. It's fine. You can laugh at us. We know it's fine. But it's usually pretty warm here. So we have a lot of wind farms that we depend on. And when it got really icy, it froze. They froze and they weren't generating power. So we had all these people here, not enough power. So ERCOT, that is the Electricity Reliability Council of Texas. So ERCOT decided that it would be a good idea to do some controlled rolling blackouts, which weren't so controlled or such a great idea because let me just tell you, there were 4.5 million homes and businesses without power for a couple of days. Pipes started breaking. There were crazy pictures circulating online with ceiling fans on the bottom floor that had, like a pipe would break upstairs and it would come down through the hole that the ceiling fan was mounted on. And the ice was just the water was freezing around the ceiling fan. It was crazy. I'll see if I can find some of those pictures for you because it was wild. We have never seen anything like that here in Texas. So that was really bad. It caused, I want to say it was like $190 billion worth of damage. So yeah, Snowpocalypse was not a great deal, but don't worry, that's not normal. We had never had anything like that before. We've never had anything like that since. And it's really not something that we anticipate, seeing again now that ERCOT learned from their big mistake. So our coldest months out of the year are January and February. That's when you might see a little dusting of snow. That's pretty much it. That's really the only time of year that you really have to worry about that. By March and April, it's warming up. You might get a little last minute freeze in March that you might have to cover your plants for, but that's really about it. By March, April, you're looking pretty good. May is really nice. June starts warming up, and then by July 4th, you can always count on a pretty hot July 4th. It's going to be warm. July, August, September, that's when you're going to really start feeling the heat. So in the wintertime, like right now, it's like 35 degrees. And to us, that's really, really cold. I'm not going to be out here very long. I'll tell you that right now. It's cold. And my little nose is getting red, and there'll only be a few minutes before my fingers start to feel like they're going to fall off. That's just because I'm not used to it. So you guys from up north, you'll probably be running around in shorts, in January and February. But you can always count on the heat in the summer, and that's going to probably be, like 100 degrees. You can get 100 degrees, you can get 105, 110 around in there. Some summers are milder than others, but we've been having some hot ones lately. You kind of get used to that too. You find a nice swimming pool and you get in it. You go to the lake if you don't have one. You just basically need to get in the water. That's pretty much the only solid solution. Is that or stay inside. We love our air conditioning here, and it is what it is. The fall here is really, really nice too. October, November, it's going to be nice. Now, you never really know exactly what it's going to do, because I can remember some Halloweens where you are freezing out trick-or-treating, and then other days, it's been hot and we're sweating in our costumes. So you never really know what you're going to get, but at least it's nicer than the summer, and you're generally cooling down by October. Some Thanksgivings we were outside throwing the football in the sunshine, so you never know what you're going to get in November either. But whew, my lips are freezing up. The weather can be very, very unpredictable here. I will say that it's 35 degrees right now, and it was 70 degrees, like 3 weeks ago. The weather next week, I think, is going to be in the 50s. So, you can get a pretty good swing within a couple of days. We don't have a whole lot of natural disasters here. So I will say that it's really not that bad, because when we do get some snow, it doesn't last for very long. It's just a couple of days. I don't know if you can see behind me here, the roads are really not looking bad at all. I'll take you on a little drive and we can check those out, take a closer look. But it's really a short-lived kind of thing. So it's not like we get big blizzards or anything like that. The heat, we just keep cool, so that's not a big deal. We get a tornado every once in a while. There's been 2 that I can think of that actually hit the city in my lifetime, and nobody got hurt. It wasn't a big deal. So, it's just not one of those things that we really see a lot of. Those are usually more, like up in Oklahoma. And if we do have some that hit, it's usually kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. So that's not something you really need to be worried about. If you are, you can get a tornado shelter. But honestly, I don't really know very many people that even have those. So I wouldn't stress about it. We don't have earthquakes. I can't think of any time that's ever happened. Not in Texas. So it's overall generally a pretty safe place to live when it comes to the weather. So let's go take a look around and see what the streets are doing out there. What is the city looking like? Look how pretty everything looks, all covered in snow. Golf course is all snow covered. So pretty. The roads are looking pretty good. Usually what will happen is the snow will fall and then it will melt during the day and then freeze again at night, and then we're all on ice the next day. But this is actually looking pretty good. It's not traffic as usual, but there's definitely a lot of people out getting on the roads. It's mostly the overpasses that you have to worry about. People are actually doing really well today. I'm impressed, because we freak out here. We freak out about the roads. We freak out about rain. So for them to be doing this well on the snow, I'm impressed. Good job. Yeah, these roads are fine. I'm getting some tacos after this. A little more slush on the neighborhood streets, but not too bad. Oh, look at this guy. He looks good. We've got a cowboy snowman, and we've got a UT snowman, and some teeny tiny snowmen. Well, I think you have a pretty good idea of what Texas looks like in the wintertime. Let me give you a little peek at my yardstick. See, I brought a yardstick because I thought it'd be funny since we would never ever have enough snow to really need to measure with a yardstick. But here you go. Here is how much snow we actually got. Okay, are we ready? Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, a whole 3 inches. A whole 3 inches. But we made snowmen. Well, there you have it. Hopefully you have a good idea of what Texas weather is like. If you have any questions for me or you're thinking about making a move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, be sure to reach out. My contact information is in the description below. My team and I would love to help you make a smooth transition to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video because I'm going in. It's cold out here and I was not made for this.